Thank you, and I appreciate all the witnesses being here, and I mean all of them. It is important that people have a chance to speak what they believe. As a former attorney and judge and Chief Justice, I look at the way the law in America has developed. Most of us think the Dred Scott decision was perhaps the worst decision in American history. How in the world could people prevail before our highest court in the land by saying these slaves are my property? I paid for them. I own them. The U.S. government has no right whatsoever to tell me what I can do with my own property any more than they can tell me what I can do with my own body. It's my right to own another person. And the Supreme Court, to their great shame, said, that's right. This is your property. The U.S. government has no right to interfere with what you choose to do with your property. I would encourage, Mr. Chairman, people who think Margaret Sanger was a hero to go back and look at the things that she advocated in the way of eugenics. She believed that people who were poor, people of color, were genetically flawed, and therefore it was a good thing to push them to have abortions. And if they couldn't be convinced, then, forcibly sterilize them. Because we need to be moving toward a higher plane of human being, not realizing that by what she advocated, she was bringing humanity down to the lowest possible level, the level of the animal kingdom, where you can kill or destroy if it suits you. So we've heard about the inappropriate intervention into healthcare decisions, and I struggle with the disparity in the argument that says no one should ever inappropriately intervene in a healthcare decision on behalf of a woman, and yet we will tell that same woman later in life, sorry, under Obamacare, you're too old to get a pacemaker. As the president himself says, we're better off just saying, take a pain pill, you don't get a pacemaker. It seems to be a disparity in thinking that we would advocate you can't intervene and say the life you're carrying, if delivered alive, even if you're trying to destroy that life, or as the doctor indicated, for late-term abortions, you pull one leg off, then you pull the other leg off, then you pull the arm off, then you pull the other arm off, and then as I've heard him describe before, you reach in with the clamps for something bulbous, and you have the skull, you rip that off, and as Mr. King was trying to point out, anybody does those things to a puppy, everybody in the country would be demanding they go to prison. But we have elevated this procedure to such a high level that the highest court in the land could say, hey, that baby's your property, you can do whatever you want with it. So I won't be cheering today. I will remain brokenhearted for my country and for the success Margaret Sanger has had in advocating for eugenics and genocide and this country's participation in what she hoped to achieve. I yield back.